No. Yes. So we have this piece cut. Another before we will put this shelf, we raising it, right? We have another piece of the tile nicely cut in 45. I mean 45 in an angle here and sloping here and here to put in, because this is how I figure the layout. I'm always making sure to have shelves nicely either centered or evenly placed between the grout joints, so they look uniform, so they look really aesthetic. So this is why in this case I have it here. We can, if you're doing just one shelf, you can easily install it on a where the grout joint is, and then just cut the top pieces slightly in an angle and shim it slightly under the shelf so it slopes. But another step in this case will be to place those pieces, and I'm starting from the side that actually goes here. You see, I'm tiling one side, so from entire wall from floor to the end, and then I'm putting those pieces here, so they kind of goes one on top of the another. So this one will be to put it in first, then this piece of tile. I already have this one measured because I know the distance, because this cut will be covered, but this is our visible cut, so we want to make sure that it's nice and even. So I will put this piece first, then I'm gonna measure this piece that will be on this side. So let me start with that. Here I have the pieces. I'm always marking what goes where. This is this tile, cut in an angle over here. So I'm starting. I have a latex modified thin-set mortar that I'm using. Never use any mastic or any other glue that are water-based, because eventually it will fail. But only good mortar thin-set is recommended. So I have this piece, I'm working on it. Sometimes we have to add a little bit more setting material. We want to make sure they matches to the tiles next to it. And yeah, so this piece I'm working on right now. Of course, I'm keeping the spacings here. Okay. See how nice it comes together. And now the next step will be to measure what I just told you. Okay. Let me note these numbers. Just got this on me. Yeah. Okay, so what we have, we will have 8 and 7/8 and 8 and 7/8 plus. And I will cut this one over here. I'm checking what was the size over here. Yes, here we had it was 5 and 5/8. So this is how I'm kind of marking it. 5 and 5/8 in the corner, and here I'm usually doing 1/8 of an inch difference, 5.5. So on this side we have 5.5. So the cut will go like this, and then of course on this side I already measured it. It also slightly changes, and I'll be repeating, of course, same process with the pieces on top. Let me cut this one and I'll be right back. So I have this piece nicely pre-cut and measured. Same situation. I'm using only latex modified Flex Bond mortar thin-set. Remove a little bit. Piotrek bliżej do cornera, żeby było widać. Okay. So I have another piece. Remember to have this cut in slight angle, so later the corner shelf has nice slope. Okay. The next step I will do will be to put a little bit of a thin set on the back part where the actually shelf will stick to the wall. Just a little bit so it bonds nicely right away. Yes, and I'm cleaning this slightly because I want to make sure that the shelf nicely sits. And now we will see how this shelf fits. Let me grab the shelf. See, notched over here, so it will be blocked from going this direction here, and here will be blocked to going in this direction. So there's no chance to remove shelf this way or this way or this way. Okay, so look. This is what we've got. This is how it's notched and holds. Same situation over here. So the next step will be, of course, to put it down. Here the cuts I've been making a few moments ago. Everything nicely following the grout joint. So this is another step. Let me put thin set. Okay. This is what I'm doing. We can put a little bit more. Later we will remove whatever is too much. I'm not putting any thin set here because this is supposed to nicely touch the tile that we had on the wall previously already mounted. So then additionally, with using finger, using something, nicely squeezing additional thin set here and make sure that it nicely touches over here. And then we've had those tiny spaces that I left over here and over here. I will fill those also with the mortar at this point. See? Putting thin set over there. See? So there's no any space blocking the shelf in place to the maximum permanently. Removing all of this. In a moment I will use wet sponge to nicely clean it before I put the final pieces. So this section nicely ready for us to put the final pieces of the puzzle. I already measured this one. Here we have a nicely leveled the accent. This side of this piece is longer and in the corner is shorter, because the shelf slopes to the inside of the shower. I'm checking first if it's gonna fit. This will fit perfectly. The same situation. Have a mortar here. ensure that the joint nicely keeps the consistency. And the next step will be for me to measure this piece. I will measure to the corner and then the height over here and over here. This distance is supposed to be same on both sides if we're keeping this pretty uniform. So this in just a second. So I have the last piece that will go on the other side. Okay, this one fits nicely over here. I'm using those nice little spacer shims to adjust it to perfection. Okay, and this is it. So this is our shelf that we've been working on. Holds really nice, everything nice and even, everything sloped nicely. It cannot be done any better than the way I'm doing it and showed you. Of course, remember to waterproof the spacing, the underlayment behind, and use appropriate setting components. So this is the situation when we have the shelf in the middle of the tile. Here on the bottom I have a situation with a shelf sitting actually on top of the solid piece. This is how it's done most of the times. As you can see, what I did in this case, I had this sitting directly on a joint. I raised this corner slightly, about 1/8 of an inch, and the top pieces are pre-cut in an angle here, longer and shorter in a corner. So it was about installing the corner shelf. Same steps, same situation for the corner seat, and you'll be really successful if you follow those directions. I know there are some other techniques, but this one looks the nicest in my opinion versus screwing some metal pieces to the wall as some other contractors will do, or companies will manufacture this special shelves claiming that they will be more durable. It's not really true. If we have good product, solid product used and mounted that way, it will be really durable. So this is it. Thank you for watching. This is our project. Here's the cameraman Peter, and here is what we do. So we're using the Emparador marble, and this is me. See you on the next project. Thank you.